Hey guys, Paul here with Late Night Games. So we just finished a playthrough of XCOM Enemy Unknown, and boy, did we ever suck. And by we, of course, I mean me, because you guys weren't actually playing, you were just watching along. The initial alien scouts were defeated easily enough, but once those mutons showed up, boy, it was a whole new ball game. So one by one we had team members fall, until eventually all we had left was a bunch of rookies. We just kept throwing rookies into the fray, and, well, that wasn't really accomplishing much, if anything, because if a veteran couldn't handle the mutons, how the hell is a rookie going to do it? As time progressed, as more countries left, we eventually wound up where we ran out of soldiers almost entirely, and we were sending partial parties on missions because there was really nothing else we had left. We were out of money, out of units, out of resources, and out of hope. So we ended up losing pretty hardcore. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to show you guys the good end to the game, but I did show what it's like to epically fail at this game. Now guys, I already mentioned most of the things I would have liked to do differently during the intermission we held after episode 13. As I mentioned then, focusing less on science and more on engineering would have been something that we should have done. As you can recall, back in episode 5, I ran into a brick wall, unable to build anything I was researching. And then my researchers just wound up sitting on their arse while my engineers had nothing they could do because there just simply wasn't enough of them. This is one of the main reasons I was so ill-equipped at the later on levels, because I didn't have the gear I really should have at that point. Now there is one more thing I would like to add on that I probably would do differently now seeing the game mechanics, and that's in the beginning of the game, when we're having the easy and the very easy missions, don't keep sending out the same squad. Send out new rookies on every very easy and easy mission. That way you can get a couple of squads going, so you don't, when you lose your A team, have no one left. You can build a little bit of an A team, a B team, and a C team that can all kind of balance off with each other. If you focus too heavily on one team, yeah, one team's going to kick some serious arse, but a couple lucky shots and you've now lost all your capability of fighting back. Now overall, what did I think of this game? Well, the bell curve on the difficulty here is so steep it may as well be bloody inverted. I mean, this thing just is one of the more challenging strategy games I've ever played, and that's what I love about the XCOM series. They've always been challenging. Keep in mind, I was only playing on the normal difficulty. There's still Classic, which is even harder, and then Hardcore, which is just balls to the walls death. There's no way you can make it through that in one piece. Gameplay mechanics were intuitive enough, the sounds and visuals were enthralling and gorgeous. Some of the voiceovers were a little tedious at times, especially when they were constantly repeating, "Shh, did you just hear that? What's that over there?" Well, obviously you're facing a bunch of aliens. It's probably an alien you've heard in the distance, especially when it's like, "What's that? I wonder if it's a deer. Maybe it's a moose. That's a moose mating call last I heard." No, it's aliens. You're fighting aliens. There's a ship in the distance. You're hearing shit. You're hearing aliens. End of story. As I mentioned as well in the intermission we had, I would have liked a little more customizing options. Another thing I would have liked to see is more variation on the guns. All they have is the one style of assault rifle. Then you can get the laser rifle and the plasma rifles, and there are different types of technology, but on Earth, we have a lot more than just one model of assault rifle. Some with higher magazines, some with better accuracy, some with less recoil, some that just have more stopping power, higher caliber bullets. Now, you may assume that the XCOM team has the best of the best, so they've got the best technology on Earth at the time for an assault rifle, so their assault rifle is the top of the line already, but having the flexibility of different assault rifles, different pistols, would have been kind of cool. Not necessarily a deal breaker on the game, though, but really cool nonetheless. All in all, this is a great game. Not only has it sucked countless hours of my life in, but there are moments where your heart gets racing and you end up feeling all of the feels. You see all your teammates dying around you, and you're in charge of them and watching them die. So I guess they're not your teammates, they're your subordinates? Yeah, subordinates. So you watch your subordinates dying around you, and all you can do is feel the despair of knowing you're losing some of the most valuable people on your team. Your heart just sinks into your chest, and there's nothing really you can do to stop it at that point. Being able to get that level of an emotional attachment to a character in a game is rare, and it's something that this game does very well by cranking the intensity up all the time. Anyone who's a fan of the XCOM series, I highly recommend XCOM Enemy Unknown. If you've never played the XCOM series, this is a great game to get your jump start in. With modernized graphics and visuals, even people who aren't a fan of retro games will still find something they can enjoy in this game. Another thing I want to mention is two of our main supporters throughout this campaign. I had a lot of people viewing these videos and watching and keeping along, and I'm sure more of you will watch as time goes on as well. Go back and watch these old videos. But during the actual filming, I had two other Let's Play channel owners who were providing a lot of commentary. We had characters named after them, and really interacting with these two gentlemen is one of the main things that made this as fun as it was. Now this is Sammelton from Sammelton Games and Sergeant Noob. I'm going to throw a link to both of their channels up here somewhere-ish, as well as down in the info thingy down below. Now, Sammelton's been playing the XCOM game since about when I started as well, so you definitely want to check his XCOM playthrough out. He's taking things a little more cautiously than I did, and he's doing a lot better, actually. He's gotten to the point where he's accomplished more than I managed to accomplish in my playthrough, which is definitely impressive. Check him out. Also, check him out when he plays Minecraft. He, as of me filming this video, the last video I saw of him, he and a friend of his, or colleague, or some other player, were working on a treehouse in on his server. He also has quite the nice little sandcastle villa that looks quite impressive from a distance, so check him out. He's a great guy to watch. Sergeant Noob was also one of the first commenters and first subscribers I had on my channel. He's starting another XCOM playthrough as well. His is only a few episodes in at this point, but he's playing through on the classic difficulty, so this man is far braver than I. He's playing on one of the most balls-to-the-walls difficulty levels that this game has. He's also throwing on some additional features that make the game much more unpredictable that are available in the second wave add-on for the game. Watch his videos here and you'll be able to see what I'm talking about. Check both of these guys out, give them some support, give them some love. Now some other news regarding the channel. Now that we've finished with XCOM Enemy Unknown, we have Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday freeing up, in addition to Friday, which is already free. So we have 4 days where no game is being scheduled, so I'm going to have to schedule something in to fill up that time. Now, the recent Facebook poll, found on our Facebook page, did decide that our next game to play would be Knights of the Old Republic 2, the old Star Wars role-playing game. I'm going to be starting recording of this probably shortly after I finish recording this video here for you guys, and we'll start getting that updated, I'm thinking, in the Tuesday and Thursday time slot. But that still leaves Friday and Saturday open. Now, I'm not sure if you guys maybe want to have something a little differently done then, or if we just want to stick with pumping out more games. Let me know down in the comment section below, or leave us a note on Facebook or Twitter, and I'll let you guys help steer the direction of the channel just as much as I steer it, because I'm creating the content for you. I want your input. Now, two of the possibilities currently on the line for Friday and Saturday. The second place winner on the Facebook poll was Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines. We may start playing that. We also might take a look at a game that's currently in beta that was recommended by a member of the Facebook fan page, and that's a game called Don't Starve. I think I'm at the very least going to... I apparently forgot how to speak for a moment. As I was trying to say, I'm probably going to record at least a quick introduction of the Don't Starve game as a demo, as I've never actually played the game myself. I have no idea what I'm getting into, so I'll play it for a bit, record my first impression, and let you guys know what I think, and we may go from there. I also this weekend past was at a convention in Toronto, Ontario. This was an anime and cosplay convention, but it got me thinking. Would you guys be interested in seeing vlogs of coverage at various conventions? Cover some of the things they have for sale, some of the artists, some of the cosplayers, and just get more involved in the nerd culture here in Canada as opposed to just focusing on playing games. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below, or hit us on Facebook and Twitter. I'll leave the links to Facebook and Twitter, as always, down in the info thinger down below, and you guys can check it out from there. Anyways, guys, I think we'll wrap it up here. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already, so that way you can keep up to date on everything that's going on. I'm going to toss a couple extra links down in the info thinger below for some fun things to check out, some channels that might be fun to watch, just a couple things that are based on the nerd and science and gaming community that I think you guys might enjoy if you haven't checked out already. Don't forget to be awesome, guys, and we'll see you next time on Late Night Games.